Is there any buzz at Barstool for Megan? I mean, here's the thing with Megan. In this new movie, she's taller.
Right.
She's supposedly hotter. I haven't seen the movie, but she is supposedly hotter. You have seen it. Is Megan hotter? Are the Barstool guys?
There's another robot that is like the bad guy is a woman who's more attractive.
Okay. Does she reach Babe of the Week levels in this movie?
I don't think so. The Megan thing, I'm glad you guys have kind of delved into this the last couple episodes, because the Blumhouse Megan thing to me is really fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
And it dovetails with me a little bit like the Elio Pixar thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think those are like the two big stories this summer have been like, what is going on with Pixar and what is going on with Blumhouse?
Yeah.
Blumhouse has 4 releases this year. I liked Drop. I thought it was a good movie. Didn't make any money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like Wolfman was a disaster. It's a bad movie, didn't make any money. I'm forgetting one, and then obviously
Definitely. Oh no, that's a different one. I'm sorry.
Woman in the Woods.
Woman in the Yard, which was
Yard.
borderline like offensive movie. It's like that movie. The end of that. Have you guys seen that?
I haven't seen it.
No spoilers on that.
She's still walking towards the house.
She's still trying to get there.
Yeah.
Yes. So, but like the end of that movie is bizarre.
She's on the cock, so maybe I'll watch her on the cock.
Horrific. It's one of my 5 worst movies of the year this year.
Wow.
And then there's Megan 2.0, which I saw. Totally lacks the fun of the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Totally lacks kind of the obviously you guys talk about it in your show. The horror is gone. It's replaced with action. I just don't know like what Blumhouse is now. And you guys talk about like how like Five Nights at Freddy's is kind of new. All right, great. That's another sequel. Like, what do you guys got new?
Mm-hmm.
Everything you're putting out new right now is bad.
Yes.
Not working. And that's really interesting. And like, you're right, didn't have a Morbius level drop. But this isn't going to make 2 weeks from now. This won't make $1 million over the course of the weekend.
Right.
So this is a dead movie.
Yeah.
So,
it's going to lose so many theaters after this.
So many theaters.
So many
Superman's coming in.
Yeah.
It's
going to be one of those movies that's playing in what we call the janitor's closet screening rooms in theaters. If it's still there, it'll be the 5-seaters. Where it's
sheet.
Yes.
There's like a bucket turned over. You're watching it next to a bunch of mops.
You have to go like 9 miles just to get concessions.
Yes.
Like all the way.
Yes. You've got to actually turn the movie on yourself when you walk in. There's a sign in the screening rooms where Megan will be playing where it's like, turn the light off when you leave.
And you're asking if someone gets up to use the bathroom, should we pause it? I mean, that's
right.
That's where we're at.
Yeah.
So this Megan thing is a disaster. It's a true disaster for a studio that's already kind of been free fall. I mean, the good news is this movie is so cheap to make. So this isn't going to lose like Morbius money. This isn't going to lose like Captain America has lost way more money than Megan's ever going to lose.
Yeah. Right.
As well, yeah.
Yeah, like so there's no comparison there. But this is troubling. And I know they had a lot of hopes in Megan being like a long-term IP for them. Like I think they first saw like a Megan 5, Megan 6, that's now like off the table. Like, and I don't know what they do now. Like obviously someone in charge is making bad decisions.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you saw Jason Blum. He's been going around doing mea culpa. He went on. There's an actor who has a podcast about movies that he went on his show last week to do a mea culpa. Mm-hmm. I think that's not enough. He's got to go. He's got to come on the BO Boys, do a mea culpa. He's got to stop by Barstool. He's got to, I think, all the different cities, because you're in what? New York, Chicago,
and in Chicago,
Miami,
New York and Chicago.
You've got Shanghai. You have a Barstool location, right? He's got to hit all of them, do all the shows.
Jeff's in Austin. You go visit Jeff in Austin.
Go to Jeff in Austin. He's got to do what Pantsel's Joe, right? Pantsel's Joe's got a Barstool show.
I don't know who that is, but sure, yeah.
Yeah.
We hired. It's been a week since I've been back at work, so
you got to do Pantsel's Joe's show.
They do a lot of hiring over 4th of July weekend, I'm sure. Big companies.
Yeah.
I was hired over 4th of July weekend.
You were.
3 years ago.
Congratulations.
That's
wow.
Awesome. So I know that's considered to be a good thing or a bad thing for the company. But
so HR was distracted by fireworks, and you snuck in.
The only way to get hired.
That's the smart move. They got to
set up a desk.
Yeah, I just pestered Dave until he finally was like, "Fine, just come into work."
So okay, so we're talking about Jason Blum going on his forgiveness tour.
Yeah.
So surely he needs to take the baloney on the butt, like. Surely,
if there's baloney left over from your appearance on Kirk
Minahan at lunch meat at Jason Blum's ass,
yes,
that has to happen.
Yeah, you put the whipped cream, you get the baloney. Yeah,
I like to throw after having to sit through one in the yard and having to sit through Meg. I wouldn't mind throwing some pieces of baloney at his ass.
You know,
I'd be up for that.
It definitely would endear.
Wolfman was bad. I would mind throwing some baloney.
Baloney at his ass.
Yeah.
Each one, and then you just say for each movie that's been bad, and there's been a lot of them. We listed them. We went through them.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you go back to Night Swim and you throw a piece of bologna on his ass for that.
Wolfman had
so
jumper
many.
cables.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
just keep going. You know, Megan 2.0, way too long, 2-hour runtime.
Yep.
Yep.
There we go.
So I love it. You're tossing bologna like a flying saucer.
Oh yeah, with a little bit of like a little whip to the wrist too. So you know,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want it to hurt him. I don't want to hurt him, man. 'Cause
Okay.
that's
Stick.
rude.
It's not about hurting. It's sticking.
I want him to feel it.
You want- yeah.
I
Yeah,
want him to
yeah.
feel that bologna touch the skin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you want him to know it's there, dangling,
Yes.
hanging, sliding.
Yeah.
But that is what he deserves for this last pretty much 2 years of Blumhouse slate. And if Jason Blum were to go on some Barstool shows, some morning hot radio shows, Z Morning Zoo shows, get bologna thrown at his ass ahead of, and I wanted to say Freddie Got Fingered. I always want to
do.
say it, Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I think that would really help endear himself to the audience before that movie comes out, because I think that movie's going to need it. It's going to need that show of good faith of him going around getting bologna thrown at his ass.
What is that? All they have left in this slate? Do we know?
I think so. Yeah. I think that is their.
When does phone?
Oh,
Black
and there's
Phone
Black
too.
Phone.
Oh, Black. Yeah,
That's
okay.
next
Black Phone
summer,
1 was
right?
a good movie, right? I thought it was a good movie. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
This is scary. It has some stuff going on. I actually thought it was a very competent thriller.
Yeah. Ethan Hawke was jacked.
Ethan Hawke, right?
Yep.
Jack, but Ethan Hawke's always great. Like,
Yep.
all in. Okay, great. Really enjoyed the movie. No need for a sequel. Like, talk about a movie with no need for
Yeah.
a sequel. It's that one.
Yeah.
So I
But he thinks that Ethan Hawke guy, what was the name of the Ethan Hawke Black Phone character? Did it
I
have
forget.
a name?
I don't know if he had a name.
Was
might
he
have.
just child molester guy?
Yeah.
Was that the name of it?
You think they would have caught him earlier?
Right.
No, that's-
Because he's going around calling
Right, I
himself
mean-
that at the bank. Yeah. But he thinks that is the new Megan, and we saw what they just did to the old Megan.
Yeah, and honestly, I would have said I would have said there's more likely to be a Megan 2 than a Black Phone 2.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
If you had asked me after, seeing both originals.
Yeah. Yeah.
But and the sad thing about Megan 2.0 ending like that as a franchise is that what other franchise is going to be able to use the 2.0 or the 3.0 or the 4.0? This was basically the last one, I feel like.
What was the movie with Travolta and Halle Berry where she takes her top off?
The
That
Swordfish.
That
It could be a Swordfish 2.0.
yeah.
Okay.
Or the Net with Sandra Bullock could have been
You can make
2.0.
That's
Net
true.
2.0.
Oh, Social Network 2. They're making that could be a 2.0.
See, that could be the 2.0.
Oh.
That might be the one, but I don't think they're going to do it. Sorkin
Probably
feels like
not.
he doesn't have
No.
the sense of humor to do that.
Well, I also do think that you can't do it now. I think if Aaron Sorkin had on his script, if he typed up Social Network 2.0, and then he's listened to the B.O. Boys, here's what the box office was for Mega 2.0, you gotta get the white out and cover up the 2.0 before you send him that script. You can't call something 2.0 right now.
I agree.
Yeah.
So Ethan Hawke's
It's got to be dial up again. Social Network or relogin. That's what it is. You call it Social Network relogin. Yeah.
So The Grabber.
The Grabber.
Grab.
The Grabber.
That's right.
Yeah. How could we forget The Grabber?
It really, and I think Five Nights at Freddy's, big video game property, we really have a hard time imagining that bombing. But I do think there is a chance it's Megan bombs, Five Nights at Freddy bombs, The Grabber bombs. Like, you could see Blumhouse right now screwing up all three of those characters.
Well, the thing with that is that
and you should get like 10 movies out of each of those three.
Five Nights at Freddy's, like, definitely that should be the equivalent of your Jasons, your Freddy's.
Let me look up. I want to see what that made last time because I think that's a ceiling. I don't like. It's not going to exceed because a lot of people didn't like that movie.
It opened at like 85, I think,
Yeah.
in that opening 3-day weekend. And remember, go for it. I know you want to
It
say
was day and date
Day and date on the cock.
on the cock.
It was day and date on the cock.
So the
It
thing,
opened at 80.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it only made 137 total.
Right.
So
right.
here's the thing, though. So
But remember, you got to factor in the cock.
That's
on
true.
that. It was playing on the cock the
I
whole
often
time.
try to. Yep.
and
Yeah.
then the budget is low, and the thing that is when he should go on his tour and go to all the shows and get baloney thrown at his ass. But right now he went on one actor's podcast and was talking about how, number one, there's too much horror, which you make horror, so why would you say there's too much horror?
True.
Number two,
He's not wrong, though.
he's
True.
saying that the budgets need to get higher, which to me feels like the wrong direction to go, because then when you make a Five Nights at Freddy's that is a higher budget but still not as high as, say, the Minecraft movie, you're just going to have a higher budget movie that makes less money or makes the same amount of money as the low budgeted one you made previous to that. So him inflating these budgets is not going to help.